Well, it's a play by Tennessee Williams, set in sort of Depression-era states, sort of mid-30s. And it's about the Wingfield family and their struggles and sort of trials and tribulations.
It's about a family who, all of whom want to escape or want something very different from their life in this small apartment block. And my character, Tom, wants to escape, he wants to become a writer, but he's tied down to his family because he has a disabled sister and a mother who is dependent on him for income.
The relationship between Laura, who's the character that I play, and Tom, who James Joyce is playing, she's very dependent on him because she can't go out and hold a job for herself because she's too shy and she's too fragile, and sort of finds it very difficult to interact with people. And he feels the guilt of that and the pressure. So the play is kind of about that relationship and the very, very strange relationship between Tom and his mum as well.
It's really about love, actually, and the different forms in which love manifests itself in families, relationships, and human conflict. My character is the mother. Her name's Amanda Wingfield, and bits of her are kind of reminiscent of Tennessee Williams' own mother, if you read about him. She is a woman who is described as a woman of great but confused vitality. So that's what I've been concentrating on, and I feel a kind of connection with that. She's also a woman who is frantically clinging on to another time and place. So the time and place is her past, when she was sought after by gentlemen callers, and it looked like she was going to choose a wonderful suitor and have a wonderful family and live very grandly in a plantation. And she married the wrong man.
Jim is a lovely man. He's 23 years old. He works at the warehouse at Continental Shoemakers with Tom Wingfield, and he's the only one, as Tom says, he's the only one in the warehouse that's really friendly to him.
Well, Tom is he's a young man. He's 21, and he's living in St. Louis and working in a warehouse, in a shoe warehouse. And his desire is to be a writer. He really wants to be a writer. He is torn between wanting to leave and escape, and leaving potentially his sister in the lurch and his mother in the lurch, and doing the right thing and hating his life.
Laura is incredibly shy, painfully shy, very fragile. She can't deal with the outside world, and so to combat that, she just has a few things around her, which is her Glass Menagerie. She sort of just keeps them very close to her and kind of lives within this small world. Inside the flat, she doesn't like to go out. She feels very panicked if she has to leave, and any interaction with anybody other than her mum and her brother, she finds incredibly difficult. And obviously she also has this physical defect.
They can expect something quite unusual, first of all, because I think the way Tennessee Williams writes, being a poet, he doesn't just write a straight play where somebody says something, somebody replies. He writes a play which has a kind of poetry about it, and that isn't difficult to get immersed in. It just has an extra layer to it, which makes it that much more absorbing. You get drawn into this world. He paints the most wonderful picture of this world and the characters in it. And he does it with great humour. I think he had a great sense of humour himself. And his understanding of human relationships and the way little sparks of humour can come out even in the worst possible scenarios. He's a master at it.
I think they can be moved. I think they may feel angry. I think after reading the play, it makes you want to get up onto the stage and change things.
So you can expect to have a laugh and a cry and a story, which I think is probably what the best theatre should be about.